I am 47-year-old and I am born and brought up in Madhya Pradesh. I am into adventure and extreme sports like marathon running. You people now by now you know it. Apart from marathon, I am a swimmer, scuba diver. I am a roller skater and I have done basic skiing course also. And I am into motorsports. I am a biker. I am a car racer also. And I am a guide runner also, where I trained blind people for marathon running. And I am a scribe for blind people also, where I write their exams from school to college to competitive level too. Altitude run I have done that also last year. It was a Ladakh marathon, and the time duration wise, the longest run also I did last year. It was a 12-hour endurance run where I stood first open women category, first podium. Because I never have a count how many half marathons I have done till now. So I started walking and running at the age of 8 months. So I was very fast to start walking and running. But nobody had that idea that later on it will convert into marathon running. And even I did not know that the fact. So one day she was telling like that, and that also she told, like my father, my late father also used to run in his college times and used to play football. So preparing for football. My name is Swati Saxene. I am 47-year-old and I am born and brought up in Madhya Pradesh. And after marriage, I came to Bangalore. And education wise, I am having master degree in commerce and postgraduate diploma in computer applications. I am a tally professional too, and I have NTT nursery teachers diploma too. And I have worked in various fields, banks, schools, and other offices too. I got married early, and during my school or college time, I was a very studious student. Throughout, I studied by scholarships, and I never get a chance or opportunity to explore sports. In school, I still remember sports periods. I would be completing my writing homework so that at home I can go further, understanding wise or mugging up wise. I should have time to do all that extra studies so that in school I will always be ahead than teacher or other students. When I came to Bangalore after marriage, I had very early child also. Just after 10 months of my marriage, I had my daughter, and here only we three live as a nuclear family. No in-laws, no my parents at all to help me to raise a child. So initially I was totally busy raising my child single-handed. When my daughter grown up and she was in high school, since then I started having little time on myself and focusing on myself, what I want to do as a hobby, or what can I use these time 100% on myself or other things. Then I started going to the gym nearby to the my daughter's dance class, where I used to drop her for 1 hour for Bharatnatyam dance, and that 1 hour I used to run in park. I started walking, and slowly I started jogging. But people, it was very crowded. The park would be very crowded at evening time, and the elders, the old people, they get terrified seeing me jogging or something like that. So I was feeling like restricted, where to run, where to go and jog. Morning's not possible still, because of the routine of daughter and my husband. Morning I need to send them off to the office and school, packing their tiffins and all. I had time in afternoons and evenings. So one day my daughter advised me to go and join gym. Though I had never a weight issue, I was never been a bulky, or like people think like going to gym, why if you are not fat. But and I joined nearby gym and started running. It was so liberating to run for a long hours or kilometers, and I used to feel very happy. That happy hormones comes after exercising, what they say, and it is called. That was very true, actually. So seeing me enjoying all the runs on the treadmills, and seeing me enjoying all the strength training, weightlifting, all the exercises, My trainers in the gym, they started advising me to participate in running events. So that's how I got to know about marathons and where it's happening in Bangalore and all. And I started enrolling myself and joining. I still remember the first competitive run I enrolled myself was a 5 kilometer run in Kaban Park, and the name was Run for You and Me. And the registration fees was just 250 rupees, and I registered myself. And after that was like we went to the our native place for some reason, something it was important mid of the year. So when I came back, it was like early morning is the run, and just a night before I reached here in Bangalore, and it was a very tiring night. I just reached back from a long journey. So when I told my husband take me to the Kaban Park, I had a run. First he discouraged me. He said, "You are very tired. We all are very tired. Just leave it." I said, "I have registered already, paying it." Then he said, "Leave it and take rest." But I persuaded him to take. It was a time when I did not even know how to go to Kaban Park driving by my own, though I was driving nearby, but the roads I was not used to go. So then he took me, and it was my first marathon, and some 5,500 people totally enrolled for that run. More than that, Kaban Park cannot adjust more people, I think, cannot accommodate more people, and the run was inside the Kaban Park only, not outside. So the one loop is 5 kilometer. Now I know it very well. So that time it was my first run, and I came seventh among all the men, all the women, open category. So then it given me lot of boost. I thought if I can do it in such a tired condition, coming seventh among 5,500 people, men and women, why not next run I should give my 100% and I can get podium for sure. And that's it. It was a kickstart. I started registering myself for runs back to back, and I was getting podium back to back, first, second, or third. So this was my journey, and journey to the marathon running. And the longest run I have done it kilometer wise last year. It was 140 kilometers from Bangalore to Mysore, and the altitude wise highest altitude run I have done that also last year. It was a Ladakh marathon, and the time wise, time duration wise, the longest run also I did last year. It was a 12-hour endurance run where I stood first open women category, first podium. So it was a, if I look back, I feel the journey was very thrilling. Without knowing M for marathon, now I am top of the game. So it's like, very liberating. For me, running means it's not like a mere running. Running gives me wings to fly, actually. So for me, the runs are like the ticket to fly without actually flying. The trigger point was that the first run where I enrolled and I got seventh position. Okay. So that made me to keep on improving my game, run to run, marathons to marathons. And I do not believe in competing with others, or the podium wise or the thing wise. For me, the competition is time wise. I improve my times every run to run. Like last time, if I completed 5 kilometer in 31 minutes, I will try to do it this time in 29 minutes. Okay. So this is the main Amul mantra, to be on the game and keep on improving yourself. Actually, I don't have actually the data, but I can give you uh, rough tough counts, like 75 75 official events. And for preparation, when it depends on preparation, I that also I never had a count of preparation. For participating event and marathon, so I do can count the certificates, medals, and can tell you the exact number. But preparations, like for Ladakh marathon, I was doing every alternate days half marathon. So people when ask me how many half marathon you have done, I will just laugh back because I never have a count how many half marathons I have done till now. So parents, like so many secrets I got to know by my mother. Because of the running, earlier I never knew she had never mentioned that also. When I started winning so many runs, then one day she told me that when I was a toddler, I am having four siblings. So my mother is having four children. So she told among all four, I started walking and running at the age of 8 months. So I was very fast to start walking and running. But nobody had that idea that later on it will convert into marathon running. And even I did not know that the fact. So one day she was telling like that, and that also she told, like my father, my late father also used to run in his college times and used to play football. So preparing for football, they need to be fast runners. So he used to run. So all these things now I got to know, and as a parents, as usual, they are proud of me. Never, I have never participated in any sports activities.
Okay.
Never. But I used to jog. I started jogging when I was in class 9th. That too, my father was diabetic, and he never used to go for walks by himself. So I used to take him before going to the school, and one round of my colony was 5 kilometer. Now I am realizing that time I had no idea how many kilometer it is. I only used to keep like minimum one round. Me and my father had to do it, and he will walk and I will run. I will jog. So I will keep track of him, like he's walking, he's walking. He is not went home back like that. So since 9th class I was doing it, and that's it. After I got married and came here, no jogging, no running. I was fully into motherhood and taking care of family and my daughter. But when I started back, then I got to know, okay, I have done it. It was part of the game. Yeah, they are proud of me, and still she takes the credit. Like she pushed me into the gym, go join and start running. So she always, like, I will come back from the running event and she will ask, okay, so what prize did you get? Which podium you get? So this is the reaction. And if I come sometime without podium, or it's a charity run, like just yesterday I went for one charity run. Though I have done it my fastest 5K there, there was no podium given. So as usual, when I came back home, the first question was, what podium you got, first, second, or third? Then I said it was a charity run. More than me, she was disappointed. Like without podium, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I have done like main Ladakh marathon. That is like very prestigious marathon among marathon in Ladakh. And then yeah, ultra runs like Bangalore to Mysore, 140 kilometer in 19 hours we have done it.
You have done.
Yeah, so it was a team.
Team.
Team. We went. And then endurance run I did for 12 hours.
12 hours.
12 hours. Okay. Yeah. So that also done, and all the was in trails.
Okay.
And it was in Yelanka, and it was in one gated community kind of resort where they have gated farms. And that
How many kilometers?
it was 70 kilometers. So actually it was not the highest mileage of mine. I was not in the farm, but still I got the podium among women, because generally women do not dare to go for such long hours of running. So all such long hours of running, ultra runs and all, women participate will be very less. Generally men you will be there. They will be there, but number of the participants will be less.
Other marathons?
Yeah. Other marathons like in Bangalore, whatever happens, I will join every year, every weekend. And apart from Bangalore, I have been invited to be a pacer for Kochi Marathon also this year itself.
Kochi.
Kochi Marathon. So I went there also, and I was the only single woman pacer among all the men. Generally, sports is still dominated by men. So every area of the sport you will find very less women participant. But I am glad now women are also coming up, and if not in their school time, not in college time, like me, in their middle age also, and it's a very welcome change. 5 kilometer and all required actually less training. If you are walking, you can gradually. If you're walking 1 hour, you are a walker for a 1 hour. You gradually easily swift to the 5 kilometer running segment. But more than 5 kilometer, it required strength training. You should go gym, and do strength training and full body training and circuit training kind of thing, so that you can avoid injury to your muscle, to your ligament, to your joints, bone joints, and you can keep on running without injury. You can cover more mileage. I am into adventure and extreme sports like marathon running. You people now by now you know it. Apart from marathon, I am a swimmer, scuba diver. I am a roller skater, and I have done basing skiing course also. And I am into motorsports. I am a biker. I am a car racer also, and I am a guide runner also, where I trained blind people for marathon running, and I am a scribe for blind people also, where I write their exams from school to college to competitive level too. Actually, it's a very general and common question which always I have been asked how I manage. So it's like not all the activities done daily. It's like one day. If I'm one day I am going to gym and I'm running. The other day I might be swimming. The other day I might be skating. Other day I might be going for long rides. So, and the one thing, if you master the skill, like once a person learned how to cycle, they will never forget. They do cycling daily or after a long interval, they can do cycle same way. So this is the thing, first I have mastered all the skill, and few are like I have learnt since childhood. Swimming I have been doing when I was in class 3. Cycling I have been doing when I was in class 3. Roller skating also I have been doing when I was in class 3. So since throughout my childhood I have been mastered all these three sports very well. It was like, I have been doing it by my own, never participated in any competition or something, but now I have enough time to prepare for competition and participate, so now I am doing it. And scuba diving, since I was a swimmer, every swimmer's dream to do scuba diving once. So it was like, childhood dream comes true. So I went to the Murdeshwar in Karnataka, and they have Netrani Island. Actually, it's in India the best diving place where people can go and do the diving. Later on, I can done it. I have done it in Kerala also, two different places, Trivandrum, Trichy. But the best place for me is still Netrani Island, where people can see marine life as well as coral life, both the things. And it's restricted area because Navy used to do their torpedo practice on that island. So because of the restrictions, the marine ecology is totally secured there. We can't see the beer can and the litter and the plastic inside the sea. We can go and see the real marine life, the fishes, the colony of fishes, the sea turtles, the coral life, and so different color coral. It's so beautiful, amazing. So that's how I got into scuba diving. I just uh, one level ahead. And running took me to the mountaineering. I did not speak till now about mountaineering. I am into mountaineering too. I have scaled many peaks in Indian Himalayas. So to go to the mountaineering, the minimum qualification is like a person capable of running 5 kilometer in 25 minutes or max 30 minutes. I had been running and winning podiums. So for me, mountaineering, it was easy not to get altitude sickness, and the endurance and the stamina, and all the technical things using technical equipments and all that I learned in my expeditions there only. The trek guides, the expedition guides, they taught me.
So, which all destinations you have covered? I think to say this marathon what you are running, I think it is very helpful for hiking also,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So it's
yes.
a good thing that
Yes.
you are doing it both.
Yeah, it's all interlocked thing. What and all sports I am do, all interlocked. One required to do for other next level thing. So this how I graduated. So that's how I am doing it. So many things, and not all together I don't do in a one day. So I'm able to balance my life, family life, and the things.
So, which all destinations you have covered in hiking?
Well, I started from Friendship Peak, Hamta Pass, Valley then Bhrigu Lake, Gulaba, and then it was like Kuwari Pass, Pangarchula Peak, and then Moon Peak, Laka Glacier, and I just returned back from Char Dham Yatra. So Kedarnath also done by hiking itself. So it's like and I have highest peak I have climbed which is half of the Everest, 4,850 meters. That is called Pangarchula Peak, and one more pass that is called La Indrahar Pass. Also that I have done it, and Harkidun also I have done it. That trek also I have completed.
Very
So many,
nice.
yeah, many.
Very nice to hear that you have done so many trucks.
Many,
and,
maybe I am forgetting two, three, but
Yeah.
since so many years I have covered many.
So I think I can ask you what's your age?
Yeah, my age, I am 47 running now.
Okay, at the age of 47 and doing so much, that too adventurous sports where ladies don't put their leg into.
Yeah, yeah.
So you
True,
can see
true.
it's
In
very less
mountaineering,
people.
mountaineering and expedition, I would be the single woman to be among all the men. So there are nights when we are sleeping in the tent among 13 men. I am a single woman.
So how did you manage the weather in hiking actually in the Himalayas?
Yeah, the weather will go from extreme to normal. Extreme means sometimes we experience like I am sleeping inside the tent and tent has been blown out, and I am opening my eyes and I am seeing there is no tent, and the snowfall started, and we ran to the kitchen tent to get a shelter, and all the men I am seeing already in the kitchen tent. I was the only woman, so I was sleeping in my tent. So when I get into the kitchen tent, and I am seeing all of them sitting together closely to get a warmth, and then I ran to, and then okay, so this also can happen in mountains. So there is no guarantee of weather. We carry all type of gears, from different type of jackets to gloves to skiing jacket, skiing pants, which will safeguard ourselves. And high-end sleeping bags would be provided, so that will help us to stay warm. And when we actually hike, when we actually walk or trek, that time we don't need all these things because our body will be warmer. Very normal warm clothes required for that. All this high end warm clothes when we required at the night when our body is on the resting mode, that time only required. When we are actually in action, instead of warm clothes we need technical tools.
Yeah, right. No, there.
We go for expedition, then we will be having our backpack. So we are carrying weight also. So actually it's not required heavy and thick jacket and all. Everything required in the tent at the night.
I remember.
Since childhood, I was so rebellion. At my generation, I am telling you about my generation. Parents were never been encouraging to the girls to learn biking or geared two-wheelers. That time non-gear, in my childhood or in my teenage, in my college life, there was no non-gear vehicle. So like a scooty, nowadays we can see scooty or such kind of things. There was no non-gear two-wheelers. So all were like geared scooters, geared bike. So parents were there was no reason why. If I asked them why you don't want me to learn, there was no reply. But they just wanted us not to learn, and it was God's plans. Like I was so rebellion, I wanted to learn. So my father's scooter, it was a geared scooter, LML Vespa. I learned, forcefully. I used to tell him, just guide me how to, where is the clutch, gear, and all. And when he is not there, I will switch on and I will try to ride, and I will fell down so many times because my weight was hardly 32 kgs that time, and the scooter weight was 100 kg. And without any guidance, I was the first thing was I used to balance. I tried to balance and I used to fall down. That was the thing. No, I never find difficulty handling clutch, gear or brake, but the weight balancing. And then later my mother's cousin brother, my mama had a Rajdoot, so that also I tried. I never used to kick start that bike that time. Never had that much strength. So he used to kick start the bike and give me, and I go and take a whole round of my colony, and give the bike back. So since childhood, I was so much interested to learn all type of vehicle. And though it was very much restricted at home, I used to steal the key and get the keys, or somehow when nobody was there, I used to try to learn ride. And later on, God's plan. My father used to be very sick when I was in just ninth or tenth. I remember, since the diabetes diagnosed, and every year for compulsory 2 to 3 times he will go and get admitted. And I was the elder one, and all the young siblings, and my mother. So that time they needed me to go get the ration. That time no online services, no phone, nothing. So I need to go get the ration, get the wheat grains to be powdered to make wheat flour, and get the chapati done by that of thing. So all that thing, and that cylinder, getting the gas cylinder from the godowns. That time sometimes strike will come, and they will not deliver gas cylinders at home. So that also I have done it. From that time when parents used to restrict, when I learned by my own will, I used to do all these things. So I have learned driving, like in a hard way, not like go to the park, take a ride and come back, but go to the gas, go down, get the gas cylinder and come back. So it was, and that time I used to be so proud of myself when I used to go and see the in gas go down, all uncles, boys and all, they have come, and somebody is putting gas cylinder and they going back. And here from my family I used to ride, and my younger sibling sitting, my sister, she's sitting back, and we both, two little girls, will go, and that bhaiya of the gas go down, he will make sure that we are holding the scooter properly, and he will give that cylinder into the lap of my sister, and I will come back, like feeling like Rani Lakshmi Bai, something I have conquered. Where no girls, no women are doing it, and we are doing it. So the least, not the last, the big tip of the day, that women should come into the sports for their own self also. It is for their own fitness also, not only for getting a medal, podium, or the name and the fame, but for their own self also. I wanted to thank Sakhi for giving me this stage and opportunity to pass my message to all the young girls and all the women.